Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's December's going well. I'm wearing my new Christmas shirt. It says trimming of a pink. I'm gonna stand up Christmas. I got it at Marshall's. So, if you want something cute from Marshall's, I did get a little chocolate on one of these. Of course, I had managed to not get anything on it until like right before. You can't really see it now, but I managed to right before I'm ready to record get something on it. As always, obligatory self promotion. What If I Ruled the World? Poems inspired by music written by me. Great Christmas gift. You got 2 weeks left. Check it out. Only $10. Not too much. So I'm re-recording a video I did in 2021. Let me double check. Yeah. Because when I went to go look back at the video, it's two videos. I don't know why it's two parts. It's only 10 songs. I must have been really yapping. So I was like, and then I have re-uploaded old videos on YouTube before, but you have to literally go all the way back to the year in order for you to like re-upload it on YouTube. They don't let you go into like if you make a folder or whatever for it. So I was like, I might as well just re-record it. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been in the spirit, the Christmas spirit, but I've also been a little lazy. But next week I am trying. I'm going to I don't want to overpromise, but I want to also commit myself. I do have two Christmas books, so I want to read one of them because it is the season. So there we go. But yeah, so I have 10 famous songs that I'm going to critique, and I still have the notes and everything for these songs. So I might add a little extra because I did make two short videos, so I might talk about what I talked about in those videos. So yeah, here we go. So the first song is Do They Know It's Christmas Time by Band Aid. And there's some lyrics that I thought were crazy, so I'm going to read them off. Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you, which is crazy. And I'm not saying don't be grateful for what you have, but it's a crazy thing to say. This line alone shows how out of touch this song is. I guess it's supposed to be, like I said, like appreciate what you have, but it comes off so disingenuous, and like, oh, good thing we're not going through this. And it comes off very classist, like glad I'm not going through hard times. Like that's crazy, And it's like, of course, you want to be appreciative, but I feel like there's a better way to say that. And this is not one of the songs that I listen to every Christmas, so for obvious reasons. But I have some more lyrics I didn't like. And there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. The greatest gift they'll get this year is life. Ooh, where nothing ever grows, no rain or river flows. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? So I know these lines, so I must have researched this. Go past me. Have gotten a lot of backlash, but I'm going to add on to it. Like Africa is seen as like such a barren, desolate continent, but people still come there for stuff. They still go there for the cobalt mines, which, first of all, free Sudan. Speaking of that, and it's always seen as like so poor and like they should be grateful white people came when white people just came and like sucked out all the resources for themselves. Um, yeah, and if it was so barren and nothing was there, it would have never been colonized. So let's start off with that. Um, oh, and I put like, "Are you dumb or are you stupid?" LOL. Um, because they want us to think, "Oh, it's so grateful that white people came." Um, and it doesn't snow in African continent because it's near the equator, literally. Any geology, you would know. You close to the equator, it's hotter, less likely to snow. Um, and I remember about the story about missionaries in Africa country having to describe Jesus as white as goat's milk to describe his purity because they never seen snow, and I feel like that's just so crazy. And stories like these and these lines make me wish white people had just left African people on their continent and stopped constantly harassing us even till this day. And we get demonized and looked at as less than constantly. It's annoying. So yeah, the song gets a 0 out of 10 for me. Pure trash. very white people view. And don't quote me on this 100%, but I have heard that before white people came, there was some Christianity in Africa. So, but even if there wasn't, you know, I feel like other religions are valid as well. So there's that. So let's get to the next song. This song I actually really love. Um, but it's also kind of weird, which I'm gonna talk about. Frosty the Snowman. I did the Ronettes version since there's like so many versions. That's one cool thing about like holiday classics. You can put your own spin to it. You can do whatever you want with it. My problem is the song is basically is like random snowman came to life and is playing with children. Like how and why? Um, I think it's supposed to be fun and magical. You're not really supposed to like think about it deeply, but I am. Cause what do you mean? You put a magic hat on a snowman and it's walking around with children? Hmm. Uh, but yeah, it kind of sounds kind of scary. Honestly, like when you think about it. Although of course you know it is innocent. He just wants to play. But there is a horror movie called Jack Frost, so it makes me kind of weary of snowmen coming to life. Even though I only watched like the video, the kill count. Um, I forgot what the channel is called, but they have the kill count. They like do horror movies and see how many people get killed. And so I haven't watched the movie, but it's still a little weird. And then where is this magic hat from? That's another thing. We don't know the origin of this magic hat. I'm obviously it makes people good in the song, makes the snowman good. But I'm wondering where this is, and then who in this town is a witch? That's another thing. Because where does hat come from? They just got magic hats laying around, I guess. And why does he need a pipe? Um, I put giving a snowman a tobacco addiction is not cute. LOL. Um, which I mean, I'm sure it's not. Like I'm saying, I'm thinking of it too deeply, but it's weird. It is. But overall, besides it being weird, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's innocent and Frosty is cute, so that does help, at least in the song. And he just wants to play. He just wants to have fun with the kids. He has no malicious intent, even though it is a weird concept in general. So there's that. Another kind of controversial song now at this point. Maybe it's cold outside. Dean Martin and Marilyn Maxwell. Say that 5 times fast. Version from the movie Neptune's Daughter. So I watched the clip. Um, that it was originally sung in, and both the man and the woman are very handsy, like trying to get the woman to stay. Like I think she's handsy on him, and he's handsy on her. Um, and I know this is a controversial take. I know this. I think this take has been controversial because it seems kind of sexual harassmenty. Uh, and I do agree to an extent because if somebody wants to leave, they should just be able to leave. You know what I mean? They shouldn't have to be like, oh, all these excuses. Consent is a thing. They should just be able to brave out the storm and set off if they want to. Um, uh, it's like I understand you don't want them to leave, but you're getting a little aggressive about them not leaving. You know what I mean? It's getting a little weird. Oh, and then also staying at a man's house back then when you weren't married was frowned upon because this was like maybe 50s, 60s when this song came out. Of course, my internet, I just know it's not going to work. So I can see when this song actually came out. Let's see. I don't know what it is about, like, when I want to look up something, it's like my internet knows and it's on. Like, nothing is, yeah, it's fine. It's literally on. It's always like it just knows when I want to look up something quickly that it's not gonna do that. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the internet because this computer is almost Well, it has like a few more years before it's 10 years old because I got it in 2019. So we're going to say 50s, 60s for that. Um, so, but you know what? People still did it. So nothing's new under the sun. So I can see why it would be considered a controversial song, though, seeing as the guy's being pushy to a sexual harassment point, and can be seen as the woman not wanting to be judged by society. So I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 10, since it can be kind of dicey on whether it's a cutesy song or like a cautionary tale. You know what I mean? And then this song, I still have these same feelings that I wrote before, but this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Did that 5 times fast. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Crystals version. My problem is that what was Santa doing while poor Rudolph was getting bullied? That's what I want to know. Like, what are the working conditions like at the North Pole? That now that he needs Rudolph, now he wants to be nice to him, or like, I don't know. Like he didn't have his back before. Like that's what I'm wondering. Did just Santa just let him get bullied until the day he needed him? Like that's messed up. Also, the other reindeers are fake because you didn't like him until Santa needed him. I'm noticing. Is that a thing? There's like a meme where it's like noticing. I'm noticing. Yeah, they didn't want to be nice to him. So then they want to be nice to say he will go down in history. But now I keep that same energy. Cause now, don't bother me. Cause I'm important now. Also, why did Rudolph have a glowing nose and the other reindeer didn't? Was he radioactive? I really was thinking about this hard. And what's going on at the North Pole? Like, someone needs to make sure he was okay instead of making fun of him. Like, I always wondered about that. I also don't like that Santa seemed to not pay him any mind until he needed him. Like, once again, where was this when he was getting bullied? Santa is fake too. So that's my big take on it. Um, Overall, I'll give the song a 7 out of 10, only because Rudolph was winning in the end. But otherwise, he was getting bullied and Santa wasn't paying him any mind. Shaking my head. I didn't like that. Oh, this one, this one's a little crazy. Because it's kind of threatening. Santa Claus is coming to town. The Jackson 5 version. Um, after the chorus, the first line is "You better watch out." That's intense. Like, what a way to start off the song with a warning. LOL. Santa is a creep because he's watching your every move to decide whether you get gifts or coal. Okay. Why is this fat old white man in charge of judging every person in the world? Well, I said I was about to say this too. Once again, white people decided they get to judge everyone in the world since they think God left them in charge. Apparently, that that checks out. Even though I have a black Santa, I still don't want him watching me, but I do have a black Santa statue. Um, and I know Santa Claus is more for kids, but first off, I did talk about my Santa Claus being black. So first off, my house, Santa Claus is black, so my kids will know that. Then I do contemplate telling my kids about Santa Claus at all. Technically, like I'm Santa Claus. I'm the one buying all the gifts. I'm Santa Claus, not no goddamn fat man sliding down a chimney. So I don't even know if I really want to tell them. But then I feel like won't they know, like from other kids? So and then another thing is he's making a list. He's checking it twice. But what does that say about like poor families? Santa Claus forgot about them. I guess I was thinking like if you have an apartment or something, he can't come down the chimney. Does he just come through the front door? Maybe I was really thinking about this a lot. Like even if they were nice all year, you know what I mean? Like the song's very ominous. Like he's coming, you better not act up. I don't like that. I'm being judged when we're all humans and no one is perfect. But I will say it's a very cute song with Michael Jackson. His kid voice singing it. But overall, as for the message goes, it's only a 5 out of 10 for me. It is catchy, but I am worried about Santa Claus watching me. But I wonder if he just has like a snow globe and he just shakes it and he has like the whole world in there and he's just looking at everybody and through that. That's a new creepy thought I never even thought about. It reminds me of the movie Krampus, which I kind of spoiled the ending if you haven't seen it. But that's all I'm gonna say in case you want to watch it. So yeah. So we have 12 Days of Christmas by Natalie Cole. The Natalie Cole version. I talked about this in my short video. Why are you giving your true love so many goddamn birds? I've already talked about how birds are my mortal enemy, and we will fight if you give me birds for Christmas. LOL. The only real gift is the 5 golden rings, but I have since looked up the fact that they were eating them. These were not flying birds. They were not pet birds. They were on the kitchen table. They were for Christmas dinner. Some of them. So that does make more sense why you have so many birds. And then some of them also were symbolizing like different things about Christmas, which if I could look it up, I could tell you. But of course, my internet. Let me see. Yeah, this page that I have opened, that was open, it has not even opened. But yeah, some of the birds do symbolize. Oh, here we go. Christmas. I cannot spell today. Christmas birds meaning. Let's see how fast that we can search that. But anyway, but yeah, some of the birds do represent like Christmas spirit and like angels and stuff like that. So that does make sense. Ow. Oh, and another thing, they're giving them people. Um, like 5 lords of leaping. That seems kind of unethical. And just like some terrible gifts in general. Also, this version is funny because she makes it funny and is confused by the gifts, which I would be too. She seems overwhelmed, and that sounds like a realistic reaction. I like that she counts every single gift and how many they would be, and that's very hilarious. LOL. So just because this version is a bit funny, I will give this version an 8 out of 10 because Natalie Cole is a legend. I do, and I and did her own unique take on the song. But otherwise, it'll be a 1 out of 10. I just want some normal gifts. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat the birds. I mean, I'll eat a little duck. I'm trying to think of what other bird I've ever eaten besides chicken. I think I've eaten a duck. I mean, I might eat a parrot or a partridge in a pear tree. Maybe. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat them, but this is a lot. All right, the next song is Mele Kalikimaka, Merry Christmas, the Bing Crosby version. Um, and I always find it funny that this blonde haired, blue eyed man is saying Merry Christmas in Hawaiian, which apparently is not really a thing. They don't have a word for that, apparently. They don't even celebrate Christmas. Yeah, if the Europeans, once again, the white people hadn't taken over and colonized their country, that's not a thing for them. Um, and I'm sure people who are proud Hawaiians probably don't like this song. And I looked up that this is like a loan phrase from English, so they like kind of made it up. So it's not even a real word. Uh, but yeah, so it makes it even more egregious to just make it up. So for colonization and butchering Hawaiians' language to fit a phrase they don't even have, this song gets a 0 out of 10. I talked about this in my short video. I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, Jackson 5 version. Is it? Are they both Jackson 5 or just the Jackson 5? Oh, I just put Jackson 5. I know one point they were Jackson 5, the Jackson 5, then they were Jackson 5. They're the same 5 brothers that were related to Michael Jackson. Or 4 brothers related to Michael Jackson. He was the fifth. But anyway, the song's so cute because, of course, we assume that dad is Santa Claus, is in the Santa Claus outfit. But what if someone really needed some nice gifts for the kids? LOL. Talked about that in my short video. Like, I didn't realize it was technically daddy in the suit. I just thought maybe mommy really needed some gifts. And so she needed to kiss Santa a little bit to get what she needed to get. That's what I thought. I just thought that was funny. Um, you never know, mommy. Maybe she didn't get a bonus at work. I mean, your imagination can run wild with this song. But imagining from a child's perspective makes it fun and cute. But also, this kid maybe was gonna tattle on mommy because they said, "Oh, what a laugh would have been if Daddy had walked in." So I feel like he would have said something. But then, of course, Daddy is Santa. He doesn't know that. Um, like let her get the good gifts. LOL. So overall, I give the song a 10 out of 10. You can have fun with it or make up your own like sugar daddy Santa scenario. LOL. All right, two songs left. Happy Xmas Wars over John Lennon and Yoko Ono. So the more I learn about these two, the less I like them, which is still true. Which with John was really like non-existent. I didn't really like him that much. But after hearing the Woman or the N-Word song, N-Word of the World song, I just think they are menaces to society. I used to really like Yoko Ono too. Um, and it was the Hard ER too, which, most people know that song who like the Beatles or know of the Beatles. But let's get into the song. This song is not bad. However, am like, were they genuine in their activism? Because after the other song trending on TikTok, when I reheard the song, I just questioned whether they were really in touch with what was going on. Because if you were, you wouldn't have made that other song. Basically, I don't think so. And it also seems like guilt trippy. Like now it's Christmas time. Let's make people who may or may not have a choice to go to war feel bad. Like, you're a soldier, you go into war. Which I mean, it's their job, and I mean, everybody has to have a job. Well, who said that? Young Thug. He said, "I don't." He said something about I don't hate on the law because everybody need a job. I still hate on the law, but that's another thing. But yeah, I get what he's saying. What else did I say? Like I understand hating war. I'm not a fan myself, but not everyone is serving is a monster. LOL. Um, Also the line about yellow and red ones. Of course, that's that's not cool. That's not a good line. Yeah, and it just gets worse to me learning about more about them. So this gets a 0 out of 10 for me because they're really tone deaf. And then this last song, I really love this song, "Santa Baby" by Eartha Kitt, the original version. I think I, the thing I love about the song is this is a grown woman asking for things a lot of adults would want to ask Santa for. I just love that Eartha is so bold. Like, I know I got this list of expensive ass shit, but I know you can give me everything I want. LOL. Like, she being flirty with Santa. She's like, I'm about to get all these things. I'm about to get my bills paid. I'm about to get what I gotta get. That's what I thought Mommy and Santa Claus was talking about, but she was not. But I love that. Um, I love the flow you turn in the song. I said that. Giving sugar daddy vibes to Santa Claus. Eartha Kitt is such a babe and gives the song so much smokiness. This is like the ultimate gold digger Santa Claus wish list song. LOL. So I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Why not go big or go home with Santa? LOL. And then I didn't like how Rudolph was being treated by Santa Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So I wrote a poem talking about my disdain. So it's called "Justice for Rudolph." Rudolph deserved more than to be bullied until he was needed, but Santa, you are a terrible pet owner. What kind of man lets his pets bully each other? Justice for Rudolph because he was just unique and the others were jealous even before you used him. Then they want to be fake and love him after that. Keep that same energy and get off of Rudolph's nuts. So yeah, I'm standing up for my man Rudolph, Rudolph, and yeah, those are my critiques of 10 famous Christmas songs. Do you love any of these songs? Do you hate any of these songs? Do you disagree with some of my critiques of some of these songs? Let me know. Have you finished Christmas shopping? I have. I'm so happy. Not doing anything last minute. I'm having Secret Santa at work, but that's it. That's all I say left for me. So let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you all next week.